Hello, hello, hello. We'll be starting very soon. I've calmed down since Saturday, I think.
Shall we go live then, people? Shall we go live? I come. Yeah, that was funny. I got a message from someone earlier having a go at me saying, "So what player were you in your chat?" It's like, yes, it's my wife. How are we all doing? Apologies if I'm a little bit flustered and a little bit late. I had to report some I'll call it what it is, racism. So I ain't got time for that, and I've reported it, and they can go do one for all I care. I ain't giving it the time of day. I'm not doing anything else apart from that, but it's been reported, and they can go suck a big one. For me. There we go. Yeah, so that's where I am. How are we all doing? How are we doing? Are we all well? Are we all good? Have we all slightly calmed down since Saturday and actually gone 2 games into the season? Or are we all still a bit angry and like, kind of thing? I know I was in that second half of it. I was so angry. And also, looks like we could have the Gasserman deal all but done. Evening all, hope you're well. Let me shout some people out here. Alzan Eagle, hope you're well, mate. Halloween Davids, I think that's how you say it. I'm not very good with names. Please bear with. Daniel, hope you're well, mate. Jez is in. Jez is in the house. Hey up, Jez. Adam's in. Adam, what do you think of the FIFA video? Also, if you got to see a slight FIFA video on Sunday, that's because I messed up. For members, if you want to watch me do more FIFA content next year, please let me know. This year even, when the new FIFA Football Club comes out, please let me know. Because if you do, $4.99 to become a member. So much appreciate it. Hey up, Mike, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. John, mate. Well, you had all the big celebrities at your place, so it's fine. You had I don't know, you had some American footballer, Tom Brady. He hasn't done much though, has he? No, I'm kidding. Good that you had a good one, mate. Still seeing incredible amounts of Munich shouts. Yep. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because there's a lot of shouts about what's going to happen with Muniz and what's going to happen next and all this kind of stuff. Because at the end of the day, we're 2 games in. And granted, it didn't look good. I think you have to give him a little bit of time. If by November it hasn't improved, then you kind of go, okay, we have to make a change. But I'm not one for chopping and changing things as well. Yes, as also Punky Howard said, if you want to have the opportunity to kick my backside at EA Football Club, $12.99 as a member will give you that opportunity. It will be recorded and we will keeping a tally on who beaten me or who I've beaten in the season, which will be good. I'm looking very redneck tonight, so I apologise. And I'm not getting used to having a short beard. It's doing me head in. The 38 people here, 14 likes. So, shall we get into this then? Can everyone hear me okay? I need to do a quick check if everything can hear me. If you can hear this. Dizzy Dave. I love that name. What a name. Cheers, mate. I much appreciate it. I really like your name. I think we'll stay with this manager. I think we got to. I can't have another couple of weeks waiting for another manager to come in again. Oh, nice. 69. We got to give him a chance. It's too early. 2 games in. It's a new system. So, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game. So, this game versus Hull wasn't the best thing for us. Punky Rage. I have got a slight redneck. This ain't helping. I know it's not. No, can't hear you. Let me open my window. Oh, Jesus. You're going to derail the chat tonight. No work attack. Because he's at work. But yeah. So basically, this game, they had so much of the ball. They really did. They had so much of the ball. And we couldn't get a very simple pass going. Like to each other. And that's weird because we're actually quite a good passing team when we get the ball in the path. And it's that thing. I think we need to see what happens kind of thing. But again, it's early days. I thought the goal we scored, we were lucky. I think we were lucky in the terms of they just weren't switched on. And to be fair, when was the last time Wednesday did something like that to another club? It's normally Wednesday getting that done to us. And it doesn't happen that often. I'm not going to lie. We're not the smartest teams at times when it comes to them to get forward. There's 40 people watching and 17 likes. Get those likes up, people. I would much appreciate it. I really do like it. Hi, Pakistan playing over Bolts. I'll talk about it in a minute, Blade. I got a theory on that one. But the thing is, what I got that's interesting about the whole situation at the moment is that I really, really, really think that goal we took, it was really clever work by Patterson to get it to Iorfa to then get it to Delgado. Really clever. And it's a good goal. The penalty is soft. I won't lie, it's a soft penalty. But I can understand why it was given at the same time. It's very soft. Gregory doesn't know he's there. He puts his arms up. But if we're going to go into a situation where players jump, they're going to have their arms here. And you're not going to be able to put your arms up. So it's that whole thing where we have to be really, really careful. And I thought, we go into that at halftime 1-0, we probably look better. We probably go in there, heads held high, we're 1-0 up, let's go up for more in the second half. Second half, we just capitulated. The problem you've got when you do the system that we're doing at the minute, and I don't know if this will work because I haven't set this up in a while. The problem you've got is when we currently do what we're doing. Oh, I just lost my monitor. What the hell? My monitor just died. I can't see. Hold up, my monitor died. Oh, I'm back. Oh, that was weird. My monitor died. But the thing is, what we're trying to do is when they're attacking, they got it that they're zonal marking. And so you're marking a zone. You're just marking a zone all the time. I don't know, my camera just went green. I'm playing around with stuff. you're marking a zone, and I don't think we do well with that at all. I think we really struggle with it when we mark a zone. And the thing is, for me, you do zonal marking, and it goes two ways for me. You either got to be really strict at it and stay in that zone and be good at it and know that your little part of it is there, or you don't. And the problem is their goals that they score from outside the box, we just completely stood off them. They were going forward, and we were just like, just go as far as you can. We were backing up as far as getting back onto the team coach and going back to Sheffield. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. I will say the fourth goal was just a complete offer. A Whitway just wasn't looking. He just wasn't looking. Poor back pass back. No power, and he got in. I offers Femero not a left back. I don't get why James hasn't been picked. We've got an actual natural left back. Let me read some of your comments before I go into it. The only thing that worries me about your manager is that he won't change and he doesn't have the player to play with. That being said, John, after the game, he did talk about going to a back five, so maybe he will change. I don't know. It's a joke that people are calling for Sicko's head. Yep. How is Backinson playing over Volks? Seriously? I think Volks is slightly struggling to adapt to this system. I think Volks has adapted to it better, personally. Not Volks. Backinson has adapted to it much better than Volks has. And you also got to remember, I think Volks was another one of the players who were a little bit out of sync because of everything with his kid being born. So he was out of pre-season for a bit. So I think it's cases that he's just getting it there. Have to remember, most of the squad have never set foot on England before coming to us. It needs time to adjust pace and physicality. Yep. You on about that. Now, one of my interesting things here is, so last season, Rotherham went to Derby. Now, Rotherham, very well known for how Warner played for so many years, right? So many years of playing that style of football. It took Rotherham at least 2 to 3 months to get out of that style of football and start playing Matt Taylor's style of football. It does take a little bit of time. So just use that as a bit of an example. I'm not saying it is the case, but it does take a little bit of time to adjust. And I think if we are in an adjusting period, I think that could be a lot of it. Let me just set something up a minute. I'm going to see if this works in a moment. Apologies, I keep hitting the microphone because this thing won't tighten. Stupid thing. Let's see if this camera works. And I can't remember which camera it is. Right, so you should have a picture in front of you. Properties. Is this work? No, that's me. Hello, me. Nope. I have too much crap on my thing. So that's not going to work tonight. Never mind. I'll set it back up so I can get it to work. I think I've got a camera mount point that I can do there. And we'll just have it that way so it's facing. It's not worked. So apology for that. I tried something, it didn't work, and it failed. I will start again and try again another time. Hey Jake, how are we tonight? I am not too bad, mate. I am in a good-ish mood. I calmed down since Saturday. I nearly went live Saturday night. Shut up. I nearly went live Saturday night and thought better of it. I thought, let's not. I'm in too much of a bad mood, and nobody wants me to do one of these in a bad mood. So, where was he up to? Can't wait to see how this monster of a CDM plays. Yeah, definitely. Yes, and Byers. True, Byers need to play. Still can't believe Femo penalty not forget. Yeah, that was bad. I feel like it had been better for the transition to the new style of formation to be slower. Yeah, true. Got to give it time. It won't be easy. I agree. Trust the process. Look at Arsenal. What Arteta's done. I hate that phrase from Arsenal fans, but you're right. You do have to trust the process. Sorry, I hate that. Arsenal fans have made me absolutely detest that face. But you are 100% right, mate. Absolutely. Might be a height thing with the James wants a huge physical back line. True. We could not get a second shot on target until the 90th minute. We got beat fair and square. Hull were just too good. They were. Pato had been best player. He had looked good. Surely Marvin Johnson can get into the squad at least this Ben. Right, Marvin Johnson. Well, let's get into this. I'm taking this off. I'm too hot. Let's get into this Marvin Johnson situation then. So, Marvin Johnson's situation is this. Someone DM'd him on Twitter asking what's going on, why are you not in the squad? He DM'd back going, don't know, mate, it's football, it is what it is. For all we know, and remember that before he signed a contract that went for his contract extension, Marvin Johnson's little one wasn't very well at all, like really badly not well. And they were really worried about it. And the thing is, if there is an issue like that, and Sicko gone, you're going to have to ask him in a kind of way of saying, don't ask me, it's more of a personal thing, then you go there. Now, Johnson's not going to turn around to a fan on Instagram and turn around and go, this is what's going on if it's a family issue. Let's see if it's that. It could be a case of that. It could be a case that we just said he needs a bit of time away from the squad to just handle things with his family. Marvin Johnson does need to play for me, but if we're getting in Gasserman, which it looks very likely we are doing, and I do want to say, I said Gasserman coming to Wednesday I think this would be a really good move. And I got so many people saying, why would he ever come to Wednesday? Never going to come to Wednesday, play for PSG. Now it looks like he's coming to Wednesday. I've got people going, oh, he's rubbish. He's only played. Let's go to my Twitter voice.
He's only played 19 times for his thing. It's not enough. Blah, blah, blah.
The thing I got, if you're in PSG's academy, they're seeing something with you. It's the same with Musaba. It's the same with Deshaun Bernard. Manchester United, Monaco, PSG. There is something there for them to see a player there, right? And what we are lacking at times in this squad is that ability to go forward. If anybody's seen any of the Tom coaching stuff on Twitter, I highly recommend it. Because he talks a lot of sense. And it's very interesting. Now, Gasserman, I think that's what they say, is going to properly improve on pace and getting forward. But we have to give it time. New player coming to new countries, having to adapt, having to get used to it. And come on, we're football fans. How many football fans give a project from a manager time? The person you need to let it give it time is Chansiri. And I do believe Chansiri will give it time because he's given a lot of other managers a lot more time than I personally think they should have had and before getting rid of them. Because the thing is, if people say come October and stuff like that, he might go, the problem you've got is you will need to have a huge manager, not a huge manager, but a manager come in straight away, ready to go. Similar to like we did Pulis, but it worked straight away. And that's the issue for me. You've got to be careful. But we'll see what happens. Where were they up to? Hey up, Ryan, how you doing, mate? Lily, right. Completely new formation, especially at the back, since we're now playing 4 instead of 3 or 5. Yep, he has said he might go back to a 5. Hey up, Adam, how you doing, mate? I am not too bad, thank you, mate. I'll get you a Sabutio. Yeah, I have an idea of doing a Sabutio set with the pit, so I don't have to green screen it. Top-down shot, and we can do formations and tactics. And it'll be a second set somewhere over there. It's an idea. It's in the idea plan. If it happens and I can figure it out, great. If it doesn't, I'll find a way of incorporating a Sabutio set and just making up the set. It is something I've been wanting to do before. There is a digital way of doing it, but it's like 24 quid a month, and I don't want another monthly bill. Ian and Jake, how are you? I am not bad, mate. I am pretty good. Hopefully get better. I think we need a striker and a midfielder now. I think a striker and another attacking midfielder is what we need next. I agree. If this goes through, this will be our 10th signing. So I think we're about 2 signings short of what we actually need. The 69 people watching and 23 likes. Get those likes up, people. If you want to contribute to the channel, please do so. Super chats are on. And if you want to become a member, there are now 2 tiers of membership. There is $4.99 a month, which gets you trucking videos, FIFA videos that I'm starting to do, football, FC Football Club, whatever they're calling that stuff that's coming out in September. And a new perk is $12.99 a month to play me at FIFA. Get yourself on the leaderboard versus us. See how many people I can get to be membered to do it as well, because that's the other thing. I think I've only got like 5 or 6 kind of thing. So if that's something you think you could do and enjoy, please do so. I think it'd be a nice idea doing it. Yeah, we'll go from there. I am tripping up over my word tonight. I do apologise. Not a great Saturday, but we look forward. Marathon, not a sprint. Let's all keep the faith. I agree. Does anyone know how far Wilkes off? He's not far off. Wilkes' situation is fitness and just getting his mental side of the game right. It's just getting his mental side of the game right, because he's had a lot going off. Anthony, if you actually knew what Wilkes had been going through off the pitch, you'd probably give him a little bit of slack. I won my Gulf Sabutio competition 1977. Wow. The new PSG winner could be a game changer and star on the other side. Exactly. And they got pace and they got a little bit about them. So it could be interesting. We'll see. Justin, where's Justin? Have I missed a comment? Did I miss a comment? Justin? Did I miss a comment from someone? Justin, we're 2 games in, you will give them more time. Still a huge gamble, mind pump, especially with young players coming into a conversation. So then I agree. It is a huge gamble, but mate, we are the club that are known for signing 32, 33 players who have been there, done it, and then lost a bit of pace. We're either going from one extreme to the other. There's experience. We need to start. The thing is, I made a point today to someone that I said about people having a go about this. What I got is this is the situation I got with it, right? Clubs all around the world sign players and everyone goes either they're not good enough or that. When they've been well known at getting established players and then either paying over the odds because of they wanting more money. I think we have, like Harpo said, I think it was Harpo, so we have to trust whatever process is there. But I do understand it is risky, but we've got to take a risk, I think, at times. If what we needed more about anything, pace have been green for about 5 years. Yep. We probably won't hear anything from Chancellor until our next promotion or relegation. Yeah, probably. Hi, mate. Hope you are. I'm not too bad, Glenn. How are you, mate? Waddington table football was better than Sabutio. Oh, strong fighting talks there. 69 woo. I don't want to call you too around, Salvica. Mate, if you want to, I've got it out my system, but if there's something you want to say, let yourself say it, it's fine. Alex, as we chat to his message, he may have redone it further down. What happened to the attacking midfield who played for Forest? You mean the one we had last season? Mighton? Or are you on about the one that's, I don't know who you're on about. Is it Mighton or are you on about Zinkernagel? If it's Zinkernagel, he's gone. He's signed somewhere else. I'm going to get on to Mike's point. This is exactly what I'm going to say. Because this is what I said earlier. Careful, that probably lead to you pregnant again. Yeah. Beat me to it. What I'd do. Never played that jazz. I think 2 more midfielders with Sicko have been saying. Yeah, I think 2 midfielders is probably about right. I like a younger pacey striker up front. Personally, I like it. I just don't know if you see it unless you're going to turn Misaba into one. I can say it's weird. I think it's midfield now, but we do need a striker in, kind of thing. The 52 people watching, 28 likes. Get those likes up, people. This is why I didn't do it on Saturday. I'm a little bit more coherent now. The best of my abilities. I'm a little bit better at being able to talk. I think if I did this on Saturday, I think I would have been a ranty mess. Jez was completely right with what he said. Don't do it. Let's have a look. Where was I up to? I think Wilkes needs right tactics, show true form, possibly. Bring all the players in, Jay. Do you think some of the original players will leave from last year will leave? As of right now, no. I don't, because we still don't have a big enough squad to let players go. If they're still not playing by January, maybe. But as of right now, I don't think we can afford to let them go, if that makes sense. Gazim is the right foot of left winger sales heard. Yeah, I've seen that. Considering what happened with Johnson and him signing a new contract, I feel like it's kicking teeth. Mate, at the end of the day, he must have known someone was coming in. At the end of the day, he turned around and said that it's football, it happened. We got to remember with the Johnson thing, we're all speculating on comments of what Johnson said to somebody in a DM and what Sicko said. We could all be reading it as a case of, if you want to find out what's going on, ask him, because it's not my place to say, because it's something personal. It's nothing to do with football. It's a personal matter. But he doesn't want to turn around and say it's a personal matter. Then you've got people go, oh, now what's going on with Johnson? I think the way he said it was a different way. We need the kid to get the experience from the old car before they lose it and retire. Yeah, I can agree with that. Look at Brighton. Do you think they're fans who this unknown player is rubbish? No, they trust the player to show their ability. Imagine if Brighton fans were slagging off Castado. Now he's 110 million. Trust the player coming in. Mike got a point. Like, you look at how Brighton have done their business over the last couple of seasons. Players who no one's ever heard about, then 110 million, 30 or 50 million for McAllister. It does work. And if that's the kind of route you want to go, then fair play. But you got to trust it. I know there's a big difference between Brighton and us. I understand that. Better training facilities. They're in the Premier League. More of a pull to get some of those players in. But what I think, you've got to kind of work it out. Kind of like Tiddlywink face. All right. I think I have heard of that one, actually. Let's have a look. Wow, that sounds cool, Jed. Did you win any silverware? Brighton's guaranteeing and recruitment pull is very different to your... No, but John, he's making the example. He's making the example that a player who's not... He's not saying about the recruitment team. Yeah, their recruitment team is miles away from what ours is. 100%. But we're the people flagging off players who have come into the squad already that they're not good enough, and they've played 2 games. They've played 2 games. We've been calling for, at this club, for God knows how many years, to go get young players and get them bedded in instead of having to go down this route. We're trying something new. If it doesn't work, we fail. Fair enough. We have to go back to the other drawing board. But at least we're trying something new to get younger blood in. I think this is the issue you've got. We have been so backwards in how we recruit and how we look at players that we struggle. The moment we're doing something that... The problem is people go, I've never heard him, so he must be crap. I've never heard him, he must be shit. He come from this league, so he's crap. That's the problem we've got. We have a generation now that as soon as they hear them, and if they're not popular, or there's someone they've never ever heard of, the crap. Just on the gotter. We're trying something new. It might not work, but what Mike is saying is the players who's had a go of bringing him in when he's not even kicked the ball yet. Like, we've had people already flagging off new players before they've even kicked the ball or seen them do anything in anger. That's what annoys me, John. And by the way, this isn't a go at your comment. I'm annoyed with how the comments have been in general. with it, kind of thing. James said, great point. We must have got good negotiations to get 2 young players, 3-year contract for nothing, just selling clauses. Yep. Right, I'm off. Right, I'm off. Fine has died and I'm about to do bedtime. Yep, fair enough. I'll be in soon, darling, because I want to watch the Man United game. I think the manager should have given some of the promotion team a chance, and I do think he chucked too many players in early, and he should do it drip fed it, drip feed them in, then doing it. But at the same time, I think he's trying to put his stamp on the team too early, and I think that's what caused a lot of things as well. I think he's trying to do everything at breakneck speed without walking it in, and I think that's what we have to do. Not sure about zonal marking. No, I don't like the zonal marking either. I think the zonal marking isn't good, but I've never liked zonal marking. I'm worried about Sicko. He's always coughing. I think he's not doing well with the UK pollen and temperature and stuff. He's struggling. No, but I my brother won the football quiz in the Star in 1974. The prizes were 2 tickets for the Cantilever and a deluxe Supio full. Oh, nice. Hardly used it. That is gutting. Hardly used it. Best thing about Digigadman is the PSG rarely ever used their youth academy. Players like Savizun now look at him might be yeah, good point. It's a good point. Edits on top. There's a few negative comments mentioned about the new goalkeeper. In my opinion, putting him in after beating Stockport on pens is hardly a reason to start him in Championship game. I understand that, but then when do you start him? When do you start him and get him up to... The problem with the goalkeeper, Glenn, you don't rent. Jesus Christ, you don't rent players. Well, you technically do rent play because you're loaning. Loaning a player from AC Milan, he's not there to just sit on the bench. I thought the 2 goals that he conceded from range were his fault. And the one where the back pass, he got sold short. The penalty, he could have gone either way. It's a penalty. But I do think it's cruel on Dawson not to get the nod. But again, when do you then put him in? When does he get a chance? And when does AC Milan turn around and go, hey, you loaned our player, you're not playing him. We want him back in thingy in January because he's not played. When do you play him? That's the problem. But I'm not too bad, mate. Couldn't really blame him for any of the 4 goals. Hull, though. Yeah, that's true, Van Mark. The manager's not good enough. It shows when the players don't know what they're doing. Paul, he's been in a month. He's been in a month into a pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Whirlwind experience. He's been in a month. Everybody else who's been managers who are in, they've had pre-seasons with all the players, so they've had a good, better time to get it in from like the 1st of July. He came in, had a first game versus Chesterfield, then got on a plane to Spain with no new signings, 17 players in the first teams. The rest of them were academy players, and then he got his players in as soon as he gets back into the country, which isn't ideal. They needed to be in Spain getting up to scratch. I do think he's trying to put things in a bit too much. He does seem better at distributing ball than Cam. He does. You're missing my point. If these young players were all level needed, every club in the division would have seen or heard of them. Then naive has seen or heard of them. Naive of you to think otherwise. Gabman was linked with Wolves last season. Gabman was linked with Wolves and someone else. Like, so you're basically saying that we can't have a player come in, right, from somewhere, and he was linked with other players last season, other teams last season, and they didn't go for him. Yeah, they didn't go for him, and we don't know why. They might have wanted to do otherwise. I understand what you're saying. If there were any good, other clubs would be in for him. We got Bernard. People were in for him, and he came to us. I do understand what you're saying, but by your logic, at the same time, are you saying we shouldn't go for any young player any young lone player? Go for any player we've never heard of? I know you're a Birmingham fan, so I know that's different kind of thing. But surely you've had some players that you've never heard of, and then they come in and been really good. And it's a hard one because PSG are well known of having a really good academy and being crap. Like back in February, Dortmund were looking at him, Wolves were looking at him, and at one point he was up there with Man City's top goal scorer in the UEFA Youth League. He had got a talent. But I don't. It's a weird one because we got to get younger players, but I think if you. I feel Dawson was hard done by. I know I'm not his biggest fan, Dawson, but I think the goal deserves a chance. How's everyone and what's going on? Punk on full blow rant. I love it. How can you say that after 2 games, new team needs Punk? I know you had a hard time with mental health and with the channel. Would it be worth to stop with the debrief for a bit and just poke on podcast and preview? I like doing these, mate. I like doing them. The reason I do these because I like to get my frustrations out. I get my frustrations out more than anything. I just need to get better at it, if you know what I mean. Not sure about the comments about the new player. Only Delgado played against Southampton, Vasquez and Bambo against Hull, hard competitive. Starts it swinging round, so it swings and roundabouts. Yeah. If we sign good ones, like you said, we're gonna go down that route. Yeah, big performance needed at the weekend. We loaned a keeper from Real Madrid a couple of years ago, didn't play games, played Devil Access. Yeah, who was that keeper? I remember him. Who was he, John? I remember him, and I remember it was like we got him in, kind of thing. Who was he? We don't know what the terms of the loan are though, John. Yeah, loan agreements are a bit mental. Some loan agreements have it; they have to play a certain number of games. Some loan agreements don't have it at all. Problem for Sisco is that he's trying to set the player in the match situation, trying to find a best lineup. We don't know our best lineup either. Very true, Mark. Loan agreements nowadays are mental. I'm off, Punk. See you next stream. See you later, Aldo Eagle. Have a good one. Yeah, but he was second choice keeper at Real Madrid. Good win for the Blues at weekends. We were buying players from Rotherham, Hull, etc. who were okay at Division 1 level, past their best. Now we're getting young players, 18-man manu, who, if we do something, not taking it so literal, Punk. I'm saying you cannot say because they came from big clubs they are successful, or I don't know. Only time will tell. No, but what I'm saying is, mate, they must have seen something from PSG and Man United to see them decent to be in their academy, surely. Or am I not talking sense? You're right. I am taking it a little bit too literally, but surely if they're in that kind of academy, surely there's something about them, or am I just taking it too literally? If we can get it right, this is the way to go forward, but it's the way to go forward. That's the problem. If it goes right. Anyway, you've got big owners now. You've got things. Who's that Japanese lad? Is he Japanese or is he Korean that you signed? He looks decent. By the way. Let's have a look. Doctor, I'd like to see us get a good run in the League Cup because we need a game to get organised. Yep. Yeah, Mark, good win. Slightly undeserved that, mate. A draw would be fair result. Yep, true. Did Sisco sign the player when he took... Did Sisco sign the... What do you mean? What do you mean by about Sisco? Did Sisco sign the player? Do you mean... Did he bring him in or did... So, when Sisco came in, he bought in a lot of free transfers in January and a couple of things. And a couple of frees. We can have actually have a look if you want. Let me have a look. Let me bring up what for 21 won it. Well, it 21. It was season we went down, wasn't it? Bring it down here. Right, let's have a look. See if I can find it. Transfers out. Transfers in. Is it season they went up or the season went down? Who was the manager? That's the season they went down, I believe. Who was it? No, it was this season. That season, yeah. Let's have a look. Players in. So a lot of players loaned out. Ah, I can't find it. I literally can't find it. A lot of players in. Transfers in. No, we got more in than that. I think that's the wrong season. That's why. What was the season we got relegated, people? Because it was that season. That's it. Found it. Here we go. Found it. So, right, let's go to share stats. I can't see your comments at the moment, so bear with me. So there you go. So, when Sicko came in, they're the ones he all brought in. Now, that's what he did, kind of thing. A lot of free transfers. Couple are paid in that one, and that one. Dan Goslin, Dre Torre, and Henry Otching von Cork City. The rest in were all free transfers, and I always forget that Bergkamp's kid was there. But yeah, that's what he brought in when he was at Watford. Let me bring this back down so I can see your comments. Kill that one. Apologies if I just missed any comments. Oh dear, where's my live chat gone? Wait a minute, where's my live chat gone? I can't see my chat. That is worrying. Bear with me. Dashboard. Content. Live. Go to this. I just lost all my chat. Oh no. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Content. Live. I want to go back in here. There it is. There you go. Got it all back. Sorry about that. I lost all my chat. It should still be streaming. I don't think I've lost any streaming. So there we go. Thank you. I have lost a lot of chats here. Sorry about that. Seen that one. There you go. I'm right in thinking how transfers are bottom of the league. Am I right in thinking how transfers are the bottom of the league, lower league than Rotherham? I think so. For every Jude Bellingham, there is a James Wilson. Yeah, no, I do get that. For every Jude Bellingham, there's 20 others that are not that decent. I know, I do understand that. It's weird seeing Jude Bellingham in a Real Madrid shirt. I'm not gonna lie. Do you think this show should be better? Should better considering that he managed the Championship before? I think he's trying to see what he can do with this team. To be fair, I think he still doesn't know what he can do with this team. Good evening, Nat. Are you back from your holidays, mate? I hope you had a good one. Realistically, and I noticed earlier on, I can still finish in top half. That is big bold claim. I've still got us down as just surviving, mate. 55 people watching, 35 get those likes up, please. I'd much appreciate it. Toshimashi Japanese attacking mid. Where did you get him from? He looked good. He looks really good. I don't understand how fans can complain about some of the signings. We're making them international players. Last time, apart from Abdi, we signed an international player. Technically, wait, international. You could technically say it was Saudi. Saudi. Oh bloody hell! What's he called? Used to play for West Brom. Him. Assuming surround them with some experienced pros playing is a low risk gamble. Yep. The best players are choosing from the country we sign. We're signing better players. We may have to wait a few days when Punk goes through the list of Watford managers. Well done. Well done. That is very good. Problem is with young players, and in recently we know well considering no team in the champ had played more youngsters than us. You can't affect consistency. That's true. You played a lot of youngsters and stuff. And for, like you said in the past, for one Jude Bellingham, you get so many bad ends. Persisting purely by inexperienced players, however, has led to an aging squad. No resale value. Very true, Harpo. Just pop into the loo, behave yourself, you lot. Yeah, you're there, Jez. Jeff, mate, I hope you're well. I want to say 19, 20, 21. Nat, hope you're well. Just bobbled in, mate. I'm off to work. Have a good one, mate. Have a good one. 2021 season. Thank you. The chat has just been sold to Saudi Arabia club for 200 million. Yeah, what is everyone's take on the Saudi league, by the way? What is everyone's take on the Saudi league? Because it won't go the same way as the Chinese Super League, I can guarantee you that. Because they've got money to keep it going for a lot longer. But yeah, what is everyone's take on the Saudi league? A lot of people are saying that Karloff first season had a bad start, but there is something that doesn't... I don't know, mate. It's hard to say. It's early doors. It's early doors. We need to pick up point fast and soon. But it's early doors. If we can start getting the players to click, it should help. It should happen and help, but it'll take a while. Thank you. That's the one I was at. Sade Berahino. Yes, he was playing for Brundy. Thank you, Harpo. I just couldn't remember his name. It just went. Free transfer from Royal Antwerp. Oh, nice. That's decent. Possession in game time for 20-something%. Right. The 20%, it was 20% versus Southampton. It was 27 versus Hull. So we did technically go up by 7%. I'm finding stupid positives out of nothing. We did stupidly go up by 7%. But what worried me was the lack of passing. The passing ability was what worried me the most, to be fair. No one could seem to make a proper pass. It was really, really difficult for someone to make a pass forward. And it felt like, I feel like we may have to go back to basics a little bit. And the thing is, the beautiful thing we got in one sense is that we don't have to play week in, week out. We have an international break, and if some of these are not international players, they can have a full week or two training with Sicko and treat it like a mini preseason. If we can treat that like a mini preseason that he didn't have with all the players, that might help. It might. The PSG kid hasn't signed yet, but it sounded more likely that it will. The stupidest thing about this PSG kid, Gasserman, I was quite confident when we got linked with him that I thought we might be able to sign him. I then went through the whole kind of thing, nah, PSG kid's not going to come here. Or I went through the chat saying, but then we got the Monaco lad, Masaba, and I was like, you know what? It might actually happen. So yeah, Saudi League is just a flag in it. Yeah, I don't like the Saudis are doing in general and getting into sport to move attention away from their issues. John, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. It changing the narrative to fit theirs. Just it's mental what they're hoovering up over there. I've actually seen people on Twitter going, I need to pick a Saudi team. What's my Saudi team gonna be? None. It's gonna be none. Kind of thing. Something don't feel right. Ashley Fletcher's only played 2-ish games. He's not started yet. I'll be interested to see what Fletcher does when he starts. It could be a different Fletcher when he starts to how he plays now. Sometimes you get players who come off the bench and they're not bench players. Some players you get who start better when they start from the beginning. So we'll see. We will see on that one. I'd like to see what Fletcher can do when he starts more than anything. Onaman meant to sign for Stoke next I think it's this week. I think I read somewhere that he meant to be signing to Stoke this week. That is the turn, Jed. Let's have a look. Yeah, nah. Our shot to goal ratio was okay. That was about it. Yeah, pretty much. Neymar Jr. just gone there. Yep, he just gone to Saudi. Something ridiculous he got in a contract. I don't get it. We were linked with Onima and only gone quiet on that. Maybe he will revisit that. Apparently, Onima's got a deal in front of him ready to go. Like, it's already sounds like it's already done. But the reason he didn't get signed at Preston, because people are forgetting he had a deal in place in front of him at Preston, and he's not signed that. He didn't sign that because it was a money issue. It was too much money on wages. So if that's the case, we're definitely not getting him. Stoke City fans think they've got it done. But I think they thought it'd been getting done for a while. So it's interesting. Well, link. Yeah. When he asked about Delgado Go, he shoved it out. When he was asked about Delgado Go, he shoved it out. Has it to say that's not important. They're losing the game. Also, didn't Sisco focus on being solid at the back? Seems a bit like Joss. I don't want to mention Joss's name. It terrified me. I hated that period of Wednesday, Glenn. Absolutely hated that period of Wednesday. So I'd rather not talk about a certain Joss Luaika. Yeah, I'd rather not talk about Joss. I do understand it, but we're going to have to give it time. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time, and the problem is football fans don't have time and we don't have patience. We all want it now and we all want to see stuff and we want to see what these managers have said, what's going to happen straight away, then us seeing if it'll work. The 46 people in here, 37 likes, get those likes up, please. I much appreciate it. I think he didn't want to talk about Delgado goal because it was the only positive, but I also think he was like, yeah, we scored, but we didn't win. I think he got that kind of attitude. If we win it, we'll be like, yeah, it's fine. But we do need to sort out the back line. It needs to be sorted. Let's have a look. Indeed, Jez, I wonder if FIFA will step in at some point. I can't see FIFA stepping in because of how FIFA handled the whole World Cup situation. I don't think they're going to step in at all, kind of thing. I really don't. But they would only argue they've been doing what the Prem has been doing, top of the league in recent years. But true. A lot of fans are saying if the players are that good, why did they not stay at their big clubs? Well, for one, PSG are in a financial mess, and they might. The thing you've got is how many times have we let go of a player, Glenn, who we'd not given a chance at his age, but he'd gone on to then leave us and do well elsewhere because it wasn't the right fit for him or he needed to go down a league. Maybe that's the thing there. Maybe they've just seen enough of him that they don't think he's going to progress any further. Like, God's sake, with PSG, they have a new manager every other season. So, God no, Poch liked Gazzaman. The Monaco lad, this is the thing. This is the thing we've got to remember. We do this all the time as well. We turn around and say players are not good enough, and then we let them go, and then they go on to be really good. Different club, different stuff. It's like, kind of thing. That's all. Not saying that or something else. Ashley Fletcher has never been prolific, especially active. He's never really recovered from that move from Borough. He was decent, Borough. It's just, I think in terms of Fletcher, the move for me says I'm brought in a player who I've worked with before who can get my tactics going straight away. For me, that's what he says. Kind of thing. Yes, I'm sure the FIFA official completely above being influenced. Yep. I see Palmer, Bayer, Smith, back on Saturday? I hope so. I hope so. He could have taken some of it back to basics and bring in some of the old guard just to see what happens to improve it. The season Dave Jones got sacked. We were really struggling. Duke Gray took over when we were really bad way and survived. Seems similar to see. Could be. Let's be fair. Fletcher hasn't had a proper chance yet. Nope. Like I said, Fletcher for me, he needs to start. See what he's like when he starts. Some players just don't do well off the bench. Like some players are better off the bench. Some players are better getting a full 90, getting a start. Let's see. We're 2 games in. And we're about to have our 10th signing. Out of all these players that are coming, no one have properly played together at all, apart from in training games. Like, let's just remember that. The way they played is training games. So it's not at a high intense level. We have to give it the time it needs. I like to see James back because he's a sodding left back. I love Akin Femero, but he ain't a left back. He got skinned left, right, and centre when he played versus Hull. Everybody knows if you're going to play us, you attack that side because you will have lots of room because he's not a natural left back. Even though he played there before and he started there, he's not that now. On the Josh Onema thing, they're all now saying that it sounds like another situation of the agent causing stuff with it, changing the goalposts. So, on that sense, I'm not too sure how much I will want Josh Onema, if that's the case. Hey, Robert, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. I still maintain that Dave Jones' last action before he got sacked was ultimately saved us. He got Leuven's in. Yeah. Leuven's were cracking for us, is what we needed. I'm sorry to hear that, Robert. I'm sorry you're having a shit day. Not what I want to hear people have. I'm so sorry you're having a really shit day. Doesn't help that we weren't good at the weekend, but I'm sorry that you're having a bad day, mate. Bad days are always difficult. They're always really difficult. 5-8, Man United be on in a minute. Yep, I'm going to go watch that in a moment. I do have it to the side of me here. It got to click at some point, right? The only issue is the lack of pressing, especially. The pressing is a big issue. Because we're not fast enough. We're not fast enough. We're too static. Playing the way too narrow to teams with wingers and it's going to punish us. Yep. I don't like to see us attack, but I've been going for an hour. You have been absolutely lovely tonight. We're on 55 viewers. Can we get up to 50 likes, please? Because we've got 40 likes and we've got 50 things. So if 10 of you can like the video, the stream, we can get it sorted. Hopefully, I will be doing a video about this new player coming in. I don't think it'll be tonight. I think it'll be tomorrow, but I'm expecting at 9 o'clock for Wednesday to go. Don't go to bed Wednesday. We got a thing. Also, credit to our media team. They're getting a lot better with how they do announcements. I love it. I really do like it. In other news, did you see Deli Bashir got a brace? That he did. He did very well. Hey, John. How you doing, mate? Hope you're okay, Robert. Remember, tomorrow's another day. This is the only thing that helping. I'll watch all of this live stream later. Mate, if this helps, that means a lot. Just remember, we all have bad days. Tomorrow is a new day. This day's done and dusted. We start afresh. We all start at the same thing in the morning. I have a saying with my F&D. My F&D, there are times where this condition will completely put me in bed. It will make me so I can't get out of bed. My seizures of late haven't been great. I won't lie. They've been pretty dreadful. They're up to the high hundreds at times. And my thing is, if you got out of bed this morning, you're winning the day. Anything else is a bonus. And if you have to rest, go rest and chill. I hope this stream does help people. I hope that this channel help people just not feel as blue or feel like they've got a voice or can have a say on stuff. This is the reason why I do the debrief. It gives everyone a bit of a say. I want to try and turn the debrief into a little bit of a phone in if I can figure it out. where we can have people on. We hit 50 likes. Woo! Thank you, everyone. I much appreciate that. But Robert, we're all here for you. If you need to chat or anything like that, everyone would definitely help you. And also remember, mate, if it's a mental health thing that you're struggling with, when they have partnered up with Sure Mind, and they have partnered up with our mental health charity, get in touch with the club to find out who you can get in touch with, because they've got a Sheffield office now, and see if they can help you if it's a mental health thing as well. But we're here for you, mate. I hope this dream really helped a lot too, Beth. Oh, mate, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Please make sure you talk to someone. Please make sure you talk to someone about it and not let it bottle you. Bottling things up like that is not great. So I am ever so sorry for that, but please make sure you talk to me. I think you've got my Discord or you've got my Twitter, so if you need to DM me, Robert, please do so, and I'll have a chat with you. So don't worry about, like, you need someone to talk to, just DM me on my Twitter and I will talk to you. I'm sorry to hear that, Robert. Yeah. So I hope this helps you just try and not forget, but take away from reality for a little bit. I wonder if Darren Moore will be back 10 game. Could be a master truth. That could be a case. Yeah, send love to Robert, please, people. Send a lot of love to Robert. Just put blue hearts in the chat if you can. Or we're all Wednesday for us. So just so you know he's loved and he's got people around him. Yeah. Just bam it with we're all Wednesday, will you, lads and ladies? I much appreciate that. Shows him that he's not on his own. So yeah. Thank you people. I appreciate that for him. Because that can't be easy. That can't be an easy thing to do. And the thing is, I say bam the We're All Wednesday, aren't we? Because that's something as of now we don't see enough of. And this is when you want people to be behind them and help them, kind of thing. This is where you want to help them. So here for you if you need it, mate. But also, if someone can't speak to you, please make sure you go speak to a trained professional or even the Samaritans or anything like that. If you need to talk to someone, they're there to help. They are there to help, mate. How many more signings? Probably 1 or 2, mate. Probably 1 or 2. Right, guys, I'm going to end the stream. Robert, like I said, if you got my Twitter, DM me. I'm gonna leave you on this one. Hold your friends and family close. Remember those memories of people who have recently passed in the thing. I remember they're always thinking of you. They're always looking down on you. They're always there with you in some way. You're all amazingly strong people for what you go through. And remember that I'm here if you need to chat. There's other people who in the fan base who's here need to chat. What I'm saying is don't go anything alone. Please make sure you reach out to people. I treat my community as a little family. We all get on. We all try and think. We do argue like families. But we also have that mutual respect that I love each and every one of you. And you won't know as a content creator how much this YouTube channel has done to me and how much it's helped me. So with the Wednesday family, we look after one another. So if you need that help, Robert, please let us know. And that to anyone in here, you need that help, let me know or reach out for someone and we will help. One day at a time, mate, as John just said. Have a good one, people. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully it'll be about signing a player. But look after yourself. love to your loved ones, and have a good rest of your evening, people.